Welcome to the SEO Vault. This is episode 224. My name is Mike, today joined by my good friends Mark and Sophie. Today we are going to go over what's going on in the industry, talk about some SEO news. We got some exciting brand updates. So stick around. Remember, like, subscribe, share. You can find us on all your favorite podcasting platforms to listen to all the previous episodes. And with that, let's get started. How's everybody doing today? It's a fine
Great now
day.
that Mark's back.
Mark is back. Yes. Let's start with that. The first announcement.
I was
if
sick,
you didn't notice.
and then I had plans. I wish I had a cool story, but I was just gone because I was sick.
You weren't like climbing Mount Everest or hiking through
Mike?
Europe.
Well, you were having lunch with your mom one day. That's important.
I did have my mother over for a seafood luncheon.
That's mother time is always more important than vault time.
I like my mom. She's dope.
I like my mom too.
I would like your mom if I ever met her, I'm sure.
I like both my moms. I got two moms.
You know what? I'm happy to hear about your progressive family structure.
Yeah, a stepmom. And then my mom.
Not as quite as progressive as I was envisioning.
I didn't say who the stepmom was married to, Mark. So.
We're off to a good start.
Yes. Welcome to the SEO Vault, everybody. What do we got with any exciting, some Web 20 ranker brand updates, dash updates?
Well, now that we got beyond the progressive matriarchal structure, we can get right into it.
That's a good segue, I think.
Perfect one.
The ABC level is probably the biggest update we have coming out since we just finalized some of the details.
That's right. We did just do that.
We did just all do that together, actually.
Do you want to talk about it, Mark?
Yeah. So, as you guys know, we've been revamping the AP program, our agency partnership program, adding tons of stuff in for like the tools, and our free tier is going to encapsulate just a lot of free resources and downloads. But something really exciting we're bringing back is our tiered discounts. And so as you spend, you will get a discount based on how much you spend. So it's pretty simple, but it's also cool because who doesn't like to save a couple bucks? I know I do.
Hopefully Nate will get the free level launched soon.
He's been a busy bee. He has been a busy bee.
Oh, yeah, very busy. I don't know when he sleeps, or if he sleeps.
I don't think he sleeps. He has a very structured sleep schedule, from what I understand.
Dude, when he just spent the week at my home, and he doesn't sleep that much. Like, I swear some of those mornings he was up to like 7 in the morning.
7 a.m.
It's brutal.
That's a late night.
That's only 4 his local time, though, isn't it?
Yeah. But
makes some sense.
Which goes to the... I'm sorry, go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I was just going to say he's doing a lot of amazing things, so it's clear that he's spending a lot of time working on the dash and all that, so...
He's an amazing fellow, Mike.
He is. I like him. I like
he's moving the pricing calculator in there this week.
I'm fond of him as well. Which actually brings us, since we're talking about Nate so much, the dashboard sign-up notifications coming soon. I know Sophie's been working hard on that, and Nate has a lander stood up that Sophie's improving upon with her creative copy, her engaging, rich media that will be on that landing page. Just all the good things that we expect from Sophie that she continues to deliver. And you guys will be able to sign up, get all the updates. I know I've been teasing a bunch of it out on my Facebook, but Yeah.
When they sign up for the updates, do they get an account too, and they can start poking around?
That's a really good question
Is
for
that a question or a statement?
probably
Well, I
Nate.
was throwing you a softball. I'm pretty sure the answer is yes.
I'm pretty sure the answer is yes as well, because yeah, Nate's building that page. So where you're not gonna get an account or
Damn
any,
it,
yeah, just
Sophie. We need to coordinate on that better. You threw me an alley oop, and I can't jump that high, Sophie. Yeah, it hit off my big dumb head, and now I'm out here looking real bad. The answer is yes. We will provision you an account. Great question, Sophie. Oh, VD sale. You
Oh
know,
yeah, they threw that in there.
start to
VD.
Less than 2 weeks. That's.
Listen
I
to
feel like
these.
we're already so far into the year.
Oh God, that is true.
2 weeks.
Romantic time of the year. If anyone does need a Valentine for this year, there's enough of me and my loving to go around. So
I could always use another one.
that's greedy, Mike. I just don't celebrate Valentine's Day alone. You can celebrate it with Web 20 with these sales you'll love. You'll fall in love with these savings.
It's the perfect time to do your Web 20 calendar you were talking
Show
about.
someone you care with Web 20.
We were talking about doing a Web 20 calendar. I'm down. I'm in there.
Nothing says I love you like a press release.
Also,
you could use the press release to confess your love.
Oh,
true.
that is very true.
I like all of this. I love it. Valentine's Day sale coming up. Get your little Cupid arrows ready, and prepare for this loving in terms of sales. Well,
There aren't much other updates that we have going on. We've just been working on the same big projects for the last few weeks.
true.
Not a bad thing though.
No, we're doing impactful stuff, really big stuff. Lots of big projects this year. We're rolling out the new Dash soon, and that is, when Nate was here, we did the whole calendar, the timeline for the year for the roadmap. I mean, it's just, and that's just one thing. It's just the Dash, right? And then we're pushing on the site redesign and relaunch, which is
Is Mark
super
echoing or is
exciting.
that just me?
I don't know.
I am echoing, and I think it's one of your guys' faults.
It's probably you, Mike, but I think your sound also went down, Mark. Like it got quieter.
Oh, I made that quieter, I
Oh.
think. But that was just for us, I think.
He's not echoing for me.
Oh, he's not?
God.
Okay, that's fine then.
No.
I can hear myself in Mike's speakers a little, but not anymore.
That's weird.
I'm glad we went over that.
I feel like you do that every episode. Usually we catch it before though.
But website redesign and relaunch coming. The Mad Scientist is almost finally done with that revamp, which is so cool. We're changing the way we do freaking recommendations, and that's, oh my god, it's just amazing. We have a lot of really cool shit happening.
Just sign up for the notifications on the dashboard.
Yeah.
The recommendations and the link tool. Because is Algomatic live in there yet?
Not for everyone. I beta tested. I gave feedback. The engineers are tweaking some stuff, and then they're putting in the reporting UI, and we will launch that. The reporting UI is really simple. We already have all the data, and I mocked it up to be super simple for V1. That'll be live pretty soon. I think they were going to spend 2 weeks working on my feedback. I'll test again, probably another 2 weeks for the UI. But that's cool. That's a link. I didn't even mention that. There's a link analysis and road mapping tool that actually came from a Mike Milas concept a long time ago. If any of you remember the spreadsheet he had with the VBA automation that would do the classification and stuff, basically took that and made it into an app, a web application, and you just have a lot more flexibility in a web application than you know what I mean, than you do in an Excel sheet. So the results of that are actually pretty phenomenal. It works super well. It's something we built and used internally for years, and figured we'd throw that out to the public. And it'll probably be the basis of a lot of it'll act as almost like a link calculator for your plans, and we'll use that internally. But you guys can also access the tool and do that for your agency or your clients, whatever. If you are making the terrible decision not to buy links from us, you can still use the tool to build your own links or buy from someone else.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's really nice because you're literally just analyzing based on competitors and their links. You can just click them on and off, right? And it populates the tables and everything when I was testing it.
Yep.
It's
That way,
really...
if you see a crazy outlier that's dragging the average down, or you can turn it off. And we have some other cool stuff with links coming too. We did a lot of really big data analysis of creating niche ecosystems in Power BI, and that's really cool. But not something I released to the public yet, but we will. We're getting there. Lots to do.
Is that the same? Will it be the same front end look as those screenshots that we shared a while ago?
For Algomatic?
Yeah, or are those the actual link recs that were going to be automated?
So the link recs will be automated,
powered by Algomatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah.
So not 100. I mean, we could 100% automate them, but we're still going to have a human component in there just to double check. But yeah, that'll power. Yeah.
So many new developments in the dash.
It's actually
it's hard
lot.
To keep you.
I know. I've been saying we need to, and I'm not saying we're doing a bad job, by the way. We need to try better to get and I think the updates will help a lot, Sophie. It was a good idea, and I know you're working on that. That'll help keep us organized and keep people updated.
Well, he already has the timeline listed.
That's true. Yeah.
We just aren't as detailed in there as we could be.
True. Yeah, you're right. But it's so exciting. It's going to be a goal. I don't know if I've talked about this too much publicly, but something I've said internally a lot is I want to add so much value in the Dash and to the AP program and stuff that it doesn't make sense not to have some level of campaigns with us, even if it's just X number a month, just to unlock everything.
Monthly links, anything.
I'm gonna make it a bad I'm gonna make it a bad money decision to not give us some amount of money, probably at least $500 or $1,000 a month, just because I'm gonna pack so much value in there. And by I mean we. Sorry, that's not anything to do with I. It's such an impressive freaking team effort.
I mean, you pretty much have almost a decade of software that's going into the Dash on top of what Nate is developing right now from enterprise software that's being built out in there, which is...
So without any new development, we're integrating and natively injecting close to $8 million worth of engineering.
It's insane.
These other white label agencies, they're just not going to be. They're not as bad of a girl as I am, and that's...
You're a bad girl, Mark.
I'm a bad girl. We're putting it in there. No, it'll be cool. I'm just bullshit. No, not being arrogant about it. It's just I think the philosophy here has just been so we're obsessing over providing a better product, and we're updating the products and the operations and everything, and the customer support's awesome, but how can we have the say no less, right? Where we've been trying to bend over backwards to okay, it's a little bit of scope creep, fuck it, let's make people happy. And now it's just, I'm telling you, we're on a mission here, and everyone kind of bought into it, and it's amazing. It's been great.
However we can provide more value for agencies is really the underlining thing. period. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I want it to be like, even if you really like some service somewhere else, I'm going to make it a bad business decision not to spend at least 500 to 1,000 with this just to unlock all the resources. Because at the end of the day, it's just, I want to provide such an impressive experience for agencies, such a customizable, high touch point. Like, I want it to feel like the Beverly Hills of white label, right? It sounds less cringy than when I stood in front of an audience at my Vegas event and said I'm the Robin Hood of SEO. That was fucking cringy.
You said that?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Sophie. Oh, man, you
Yeah.
didn't need to hit me with that. I did.
Was that another
In
alley?
what context did you say that?
He got to say, just walked up and said, "I'm the Robin Hood of SEO. I am going to change everything." I added that I'm going to change everything, but in not
Like,
so
I'm
many
going to share
words.
all the secrets type thing?
No, not even so much that. It was more like, I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm going to pull back the curtain on what all these other people are just keeping from you, and you're just going to get it. It's coming at you now. Mark's coming at you.
Well, I mean, I don't have to, though. Like, maybe I don't do that.
You do that, though. I mean, you've done that since the beginning with LCT, which is why I think the Robin Hood of SEO came up. You did give away a lot of value.
It definitely was. It definitely was. I think we're still unmatched on value. These fucking SEO influencers have some work to do. But our 10th anniversary of LCT is coming up.
That is true.
I forgot to bring up the training plan today on our call.
Glad you didn't.
That was a long one.
Mike was.
We made a lot of headway. But we're going to be updating all the trainings, so we need a plan together to figure out when each one's going to be done.
By the end of Q1.
Did you just lie, Mike?
No, not the end of Q1. Don't consider. I think I'm going to be recording most of the content. Please don't tell them I'm going to do it that quickly.
That's too long. Too short.
No, I'm excited.
That's 2 months from now. You're going to do that work, Mike?
I did actually expect to help with the training. Some training.
Oh, I figured it'd be a team thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. So,
did you record more of the AI training videos?
I have one, but
I know you're gonna add to it, or you were gonna try to.
Yeah, and I still plan to do that. We'll and I think that's one of the premium trainings right now, right? That we gave away for a sale. We might have more access for another sale coming up.
Usually we'll give away access at 4th of July sale. That's probably the next one. We might do. I mean, if you update it, we might give it away at a sooner sale. But
yeah, so it'll definitely be before the next sale giveaway, like long before then if it's July. But I do have and man, the developments in AI have just been massive. The birth of GPT was, a year old, like a couple weeks ago, Chat GPT. And just the amount of things that you can do with GPT now with custom GPTs and just the API. I mean, you could take the API, go to Chat GPT, and have it build the things you want that you can do with your API with no experience in coding or experience in anything. It's amazing. I always get excited about it. So we'll definitely have some more training in there soon by the end of Q1.
Alex was talking about doing some trainings that were more about how to sell specific SEO packages we offer, like more product based.
It's on my list. I plan to do a huge that's part of like agency resources where I want to do more acquisition content, sales, all of that stuff. I definitely agree.
Provide more value on the sales and acquisition side for sure.
Well, there's just so much included in the campaigns too.
Mm-hmm. And selling SEO is definitely, or just even selling as an agency is a whole skill, and it's a whole different animal than doing SEO or doing any type of, Facebook ads or anything. So more resources to help with that would definitely be beneficial.
We have some on LCT, but I think they're going to get remade here soon. Or completely just revamped.
Got any exciting news today? I see an AI-powered Chrome update.
No, not much at all, but
Personalized browsing Chrome update.
I haven't done that, whatever the Chrome extension or update is, but
Yeah, I'm probably not going to use any extension. I know of a million AI extensions to do things now. The list of AI tools and things coming out nowadays is just endless. I think Google's going to lose a lot of market share. I think that was the last vault we were talking about, people being worried about AI destroying search, but even just taking away volume from Google,
I mean, when we were talking in the last episode, a lot of the things you were talking about searching, when I try to search those things in Google, it takes me too long to figure out the answer, so I just leave.
Mm-hmm.
This goes back to a debate we had a long time ago, Mike. And I will say I shifted my opinion a bit. There's a lot of things that Google just sucks at this point.
Yeah.
When you need very specific answers, it doesn't do a good job of it anymore at all, in my opinion. And also another thing. So, for example, we bought those rabbits. Those
Oh, yeah.
those AI handheld video things. God, that was a great explanation. But if you see in the demo, like they hold it in their fridge, and it identifies what ingredients you have, and you say, okay, with this in my fridge, you speak to it. I imagine you can type in it as well, but you speak to it and say, okay, looking at these ingredients, make me a low-calorie option or a few low-calorie recipes. And it literally looks like, dude, imagine doing that in Google.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's such a different experience, right? Like,
it hooks into your PayPal, into your TripAdvisor, into all your apps where you could literally just say, I want to plan a trip to France next week for 5 days. It writes the whole itinerary, books the flights, just pops up, has you confirm the prices, amounts. The AI is going to change the way people interact with tech. That's literally,
agreed.
and that's why search is not going to go away. People are still going to need to find things, and people are still going to want to do that organically. Like, that's what I said on the last vault. But the way it's going to change drastically, and I see it hurting Google quite a bit if they don't make some massive shifts. And making AI-generated content at the top of the SERPs isn't going to do it.
I think so. Here's what Google's going to lose, and this is what they depend on so much for their volume. Is I think they're going to continue to lose more and more of the informational search, especially when it comes to, now look, I will die on the hill that there's still going to be a large swath of humans. It's like a generation. Like, we're going to have to wait till people die for this to change. Me being one of them, like older millennials, like, I want to connect with people. Like, I already think Google's ruined with the affiliate site shit. It takes me so much longer now to make purchasing decisions on bigger purchases because I'm just like, okay, no, I'm not buying from one of these affiliate sites because they paid someone $20, or they did it with AI now to make this article. Like, I want a lived experience using this item or this program or whatever. And I think local search will still do really well. And I think that's where Google will shine.
Yeah.
Like, local still, people want to, it doesn't make sense. Here's the thing. AI doesn't enhance local at the moment. I don't know if it ever really will. It doesn't enhance it enough. Did you see where they tested the AI in local? That actually blew my mind because I would have bet money on that never would have happened. But when they tested it, there was no phone call button. There was no and then it just took some of the map listings and then some of the organic listings and displayed them. And I was like, what was the point? You didn't make it, and you didn't enhance the experience there. And you don't see it. Like, I don't think that'll roll out. So, like, I think informational search is going to get hurt. I think local will be fine. The problem is so much of Google is informational, and they have to show that to advertisers, right? Who want to pay money, pay per click. Like, the volume isn't going to be there. They're going to lose a lot of the volume. And it's like, I think people still come for their commercial a lot. I don't know. I think a lot of commercial already moved like into a platform experience. Like, let me ask you guys, and this is, I mean, 2 or 3 people is definitely not big data to go off of. But when you guys are looking for products, how often do you start on Google as opposed to Amazon, Etsy, or eBay or something?
I go right
like
in the apps, usually on my phone. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to deal with a SERP. Like, that's the worst experience for buying anything.
What about you, Sophie?
I more care about the desk, like being on the desktop, but I guess I'd be on their website at that point.
Well, I would still go to Amazon.com, though.
It depends on what I'm looking for, though.
I guess it depends where in the funnel you are, too.
Like, some of the things I need, I don't know the best place to buy.
You
like,
have
there's
Prime?
certain things I'll buy off Amazon
Prime?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's usually why I go there, because if I can get it quicker. Like, I'm definitely an instant gratification
it depends on what I need.
When it comes to shopping.
Like, if I need a couch, I might not look on Amazon, or something that like clothing, like that kind of thing I might search because I don't know where to get it. Or like, we do a lot of camping stuff, like if I need some weird thing.
That's true.
Or if it's obscure. Like, Tim has like a little holder for his hot knife, and that I had to search just to figure out where I could even buy something like that. But then you're finding individual stores or websites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. But
which is local.
Although I recently got Temu. Got the Temu app on my phone, and now I'm like, oh god, I should have never got that.
Yeah, I almost downloaded that once. I can't download things like that. Like, I downloaded Wish once, bought like $200 worth of junk. It was bad. It was really bad. So
yeah, I have like 3 or 4 orders coming of all kinds of random.
I will say this though, in local, I think there is an opportunity for AI if someone really gets down the review system, or a better way for AI to be utilized for finding previous work history, reviews, images. Like, literally, if you can cut out the website and the platform and just easily make it accessible to compare details, like if you're looking for a doctor and specifically want to find the doctor that has, the most references for like good bedside manner or whatever it's called. Just like you want a friendly doctor versus someone who's gonna make you better or something. I don't know. Because Google doesn't have anything yet with that, right?
No, they kind of do, but they look at I'm tired. My brain's foggy. So they're trying. That is something they have worked on and want to continue to improve. So I know they were looking at like reviews, and if something was like, hey, let's say it's like a general contractor. That's a bad fucking example. But let's go with it. So it's a general contractor. They do the whole smorgasbord of contractor services. And on the reviews, there's like 400 reviews, and like 300 of them are like, wow, they rewired our home, right? And they did a great job with this. And let's assume the category instead of GC might have something with electrician in there. Like they are trying to use that to influence, right? And match that with behaviors. I know the reviews. I wish I could remember a little bit more of the meat and potatoes there. I'd have to sit and think more about it. But
there's certain things I look for that I think it's hard to find. Like something that, what was I looking for? A Cocker Spaniel groomer. for our new puppy, and it was really hard for me to find one in Tampa. Like, it was showing me all these ones that had nothing to do with it.
Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. I guess the thing is like so much of that AI to produce better results for local is going to be internalized anyway, right? And they're going to be using that black box behind the scenes to produce whatever type of experience you guys imagine would be better with AI. That's the point of Google anyway, which is also what like the confused me about like the generative search results and stuff. Like some of it's great for summarizing information and shit, but I think a lot of it's meh. I don't know. We'll
There's
see.
so much of it that's just like filler and bullshit. It's not related to my question.
Yeah. I think the AI that's going to be cool is when it gets into these devices, because like I don't know if you guys have any like smart home or home
No, I don't have
automation.
anything like that.
I've used quite a few, but yeah, I don't like those things.
I don't want my
I
home
don't
to be
like bugging
recorded.
my house.
Okay,
I'm one of
as you
those
both sit
people.
there with smartphones, I know, guys. Believe me, the government knows more about you with or without it. Like, but
I really don't have
I
anything
also
worth
still
hiding
love
either,
things.
so I don't know.
Also, is what people say as they become complacent by having all of their stuff recorded. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't, guys. Having said that, I enjoy the convenience of smart home automation, and like it sucks. It's not nearly as cool as it would be. Like I was talking about, like I was gonna do a project with Marky. I was gonna use maybe a Raspberry Pi, and like I could have made a better system just using OpenAI's API and setting the shit up. Like it would have been so much more intelligent than what I have. I use Google Home, which maybe Google Home sucks compared to Alexa. I don't know, but it's just not that impressive, all things considered.
It never dawned on
But
me that I could use
I don't know.
the Raspberry Pi and make my own smart home using the GPT API, and I would just have a monthly cost.
Man, I've seen some people do some pretty gnarly shit with the Raspberry
Oh,
Pi.
Raspberry Pis are amazing, and the robotics and stuff you can do with it too. Like, and
Yeah,
when the tech, the hardware catches up to AI. The hardware has to change, which is what Rabbit's trying to do, and yeah. Wonder where VR is
we
gonna
had
land
a
and all that.
we had a guy that worked with us that wired up. He used the Raspberry Pi and he wired up this whole smart mechanism for his dog, where his dog could come and wave his paw under a hand sensor and it would distribute like food and water. Bunch of different shit like that. Really, really neat. But yeah, I was sitting there thinking because like we use our home system quite a bit in different scenarios, especially like we watch a lot of basketball. My son and I love basketball, and man, my son's a little basketball nerd, so he knows like what who the 1992 Lakers drafted in the second round type shit. Like just
He
on
knows that?
King,
Oh my god.
like he's wicked with like he loves basketball. And I'm a fan, but like so sometimes he'll say something like, I don't think that's right, and we'll start tapping the Google Home and stuff too. And like it's always a bad experience, always. Like Google Home sucks. I was like, you could definitely do a lot better with OpenAI, and
Mike will have his own built
type.
by next week.
There you go. No, Mike doesn't want people to record just on his phone, and he has nothing to hide, so he might. He's in the middle. Mike, which way are you gonna lean, man? Are you gonna give another recording device because you have nothing to hide, or are you gonna not?
Honestly, yeah, I just carry around the wiretap in my pocket usually, so I just have.
See what I mean? This shit's brutal, but
Who was
true.
I talking to the other day? So, they were talking about how they had this dev build this secure database and how integrated ChatGPT so that they can use the AI, but not give access to the database. And I was trying to explain to them you can't use the ChatGPT API without sending it information. So anything secure is not secure if you're using an API at the end of the day. I mean, secure, but we're talking like,
No, I know what
like
you mean.
government document kind of security they needed.
Where are they hosting the database? Like at this rate, like they're probably fucking up from the start.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they serious? Are they seriously looking to store government documents?
No, but definitely extremely
Oh.
sensitive trade secrets and legal
Dude.
documents, and for corporate companies. They are self-hosted, so
Dude.
I'm pretty, or they have their own hosting, so I'm pretty sure he didn't know what he was talking about, maybe, and they're bringing an in-house AI would be my guess, if that's really what they're doing, because they're not. I know the people he was talking about, and they're not stupid people.
My friends own a company called Tachyon. They have a few patents. They do decentralized storage.
Oh, nice.
And their main goal, so they got a bunch of grants from the government. It's a Bell Labs PhD, and actually OG, real OG at was an IBM executive. He took the first SaaS to $1 billion, the first $1 billion SaaS at IBM. And he like co-wrote the Apache bylaws and shit. Really legit dudes. They have a company called Tachyon. It's like TAEKION, I think, and like patented dudes. Really, it's insane. I got to work with them a bit, and it's always a privilege. But if they're serious, like hit them up. They do that. Like that's their whole goal. Their whole thing is setting up people to be as secure as possible using decentralized storage and like on-site solutions and shit.
Very cool.
That's what I do to hold all my SEO secrets. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're the Robin Hood of SEO. You have no secrets.
Man, some of the cringy shit I've said in my life.
Can't reverse your brand.
Mm.
Now that I know you said that, I can make a leprechaun version of you for 4th of July.
Why
Where did that go?
Why does he have to be a leprechaun?
I guess Robin Hood wouldn't be connected to any holiday sales. I liked how he dressed you guys up for the Halloween sale, so I want to do more of those.
Dude, Mark should be Robin Hood for Halloween, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you guys could all be like different superhero characters.
I'm ready to throw on some green tights and really.
Oh wow! I didn't mean you. I meant your little animation characters. You guys don't actually have to dress up if you don't want to.
Well, fuck it then, Sophie.
But Halloween's your favorite
I think
holiday.
me, Mark, and Nate should all be Robin Hood with the green tights.
Tights
for Halloween this year.
I don't know about that. Are you gonna fly there? So you guys can all take a picture together, because I think if you all three dress up, I
would definitely make the trip to wherever I need to be to put on the green tights and take a picture with Mark and Nate. It would be a priority.
Okay, I'm actually completely in. So if we can organize this, I'm in. I'm the whole way.
Let's do it.
We can
Halloween
make it happen.
trip.
Should actually.
Didn't you say we're gonna have a company retreat?
We're looking at it, yeah.
That could be one of the team building activities.
Honestly, we should choreograph like a musical out of it.
That was only if I get a solo. I get to break out and sing my portion during it.
I'm in.
Who else is in Robin Hood? Prince John.
Is it?
There's tons of Robin Hood characters.
The Sheriff of Nottingham, the evil Sheriff of Nottingham.
I would be Sir Hiss.
What if we just all dressed up like Robin Hood?
You know who would look crazy dressed up as Robin Hood is Alex with his giant beard.
Should dress up. We should all dress up as Robin Hood. Go to SEO events and hand out little notebooks with SEO secrets in them. to everyone.
You know what? That could be like Mark's content idea that he had, where he's gonna do outrageous things. That'd be funny. You could go to business owners and hand them the book of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
That might go viral.
I'd probably get kicked out of all the SEO conferences. Don't know how happy they'd be to see me anyway.
See if there's any other news.
There hasn't been a lot of news in the last 3 episodes now.
That's because we're making the news.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
No, because a lot of times that shit's boring. Unless it's really cool news or a cool update. It's almost like filler, and it's like...
I was reading an article the other day or something that was talking about the fact that Google hasn't really come out with any actual successful tech other than their search engine, like, for over the past decade. Like, they're really not... I mean, they're doing a lot, but there's really nothing that has... They haven't done anything revolutionary other than search. Well,
I don't know.
on a public level, on a consumer level, like, on a consumer level specifically.
I'm not the biggest fan of Google, right? Like, I love Google because I've made a lot of money with Google, but Google pisses me off sometimes too. But like, G Suite is pretty dope. And now maybe you don't like a guy like Microsoft Teams better or something, and I respect that. But like, G Suite's pretty successful and has a pretty dope tool suite. Another thing for all the AI lovers, Bard was like the first public open source transformer model of a large language model, right?
So
was it large language model? I guess it's not an LLM, but it's like the first transformer based AI. And you can just go and download that, and it's open source. It's yours. Like, that's pretty dope. Actually, that is objectively like.
But Google doesn't own the AI market like they own search. That was the point they were saying. They haven't brought Google revolutionized search, and yeah, they've done awesome things with AI. They put billions of dollars into development, I'm sure. But
yeah, I know. They might not be a huge success right now, but I think a lot of people in the ML AI space look at Bard kind of like the Model T. We might not drive one now, but it's the reason, you know what I mean? It's a big part of the reason we're not on horseback anymore.
Yes.
Or at least, it was a pioneer. Like, Bert. I said Bard.
Bert,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bert.
I meant Bert. I'm so sorry. I meant Bert, not Bard. Bard. So Bert was like, I have to believe, and dude, some OG ML dude's gonna be like, actually, and probably tear me apart. But like, Bert was, I have to believe it was one of the first. It was pre-trained. It was a transformer model, which is a massive change because you can get like, you just can get the context around the words. Like, still today, so many people use like bag of words strategies to analyze text and shit, even with all the LLM access we have and whatnot. But like, Bert, I said Bard. Bert was like
Bard is their like GPT
for
is developed
that was
on
my fault.
Bert. Yeah,
someone probably. I can't believe you didn't lose your marbles over that mic.
I honestly wasn't even paying attention until you said it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not Bard. Is the fucking. That's what they're hawking now. Is like that. But see, that's the thing. Bard should be much bigger.
And then there was Bart. There was Bert and Bart, and now there's Bard. But my bad.
I feel like Google, but Google should be leading the way in AI right now, not falling behind in it. And that's the thing. It's like, they've done massive things and they're doing massive things, but they're not doing it like they used to, which I think has people concerned. But
yeah, I will tell you, they're a perfect example of failing forward, because the search did well, but if you look at how many things they've launched and just shut down, which, I mean, you can call it a failure. I mean, You don't usually shut down
I know a lot
successful
about I know
things.
about a lot of those things that came and went though. If you want to find about something that launches a lot of things that fail that you don't know about, go look at Facebook app lineup and the amount of things that company has launched and
Yeah,
features and apps and crap that no one knows about whatsoever. So,
yeah, they're a
yeah.
big one too. Man, when you have infinite capital, like infinite and disposable capital just to throw at projects, like shit, look at all the stuff that didn't even see the light of day we built or that didn't do that well that we've launched. And I mean, I say we, I just mean like the shit I've launched over the years, not like Web 20, but I mean shit, we have a ton of stuff that didn't blow up the way I would have wanted it to. It's just part of the game. I feel like if you don't have a big list of that stuff, you don't take enough shots. You're too conservative with your shot taking.
They don't all need to win, Mike.
You don't need to win, Mike.
Only a couple need to win. Can't get greedy.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely had more
Like a
failures than
Robin
successes.
Hood leprechaun.
The ones that hit though are the ones that pay off.
You can't have the successes without the failures.
You can't eat your cake and have it too.
I could eat it and not have it.
You can't have your cake.
Can't eat your cake. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
You said you can't eat your cake and have it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
No,
You can't eat it and
you
have it.
have to have it if you're eating it.
Isn't that right?
You
Yeah, but you won't have
This
it
is
once
true.
you eat it.
This is true.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're making me doubt myself for a second there.
I got you now. The Mark Messiah sharing the wisdom.
Sometimes you just need someone to explain it in another way.
Mark's way.
Hold on a second. Did you know that everyone says that wrong?
What is it?
That
You can't have your
What
cake
is
and
it?
eat it too.
The-
That's
the-
not it.
And that's how they found the Unabomber. That's how his brother snitched on Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. That's how they found him the fuck out. Because he
Why?
always would go and correct people on that saying. And when he was writing the manifestos in the paper, his brother saw it and was like, holy fuck, that's how my brother writes. And he's like, and his brother snitched on him. And that's how they caught the Unabomber.
Damn.
So what
Because
is the
Now
actual
that I think
phrase?
about it, that saying does make more sense the other way. It makes a
It's
cake
you can't eat
because
your
you
cake
can't
and
eat
have
it
it
and
two's the
have
correct
it
way.
because after you eat it, it's gone. You can't buy
Yeah.
something and have your money.
And like the world, yeah, everyone in the world says you can't have your cake and eat it too. It's actually you can't eat your cake. Like he said it the correct way. I don't know how much anyone knows.
I don't hear a lot of that phrase though.
Yeah, I heard it
It's
when
an
I was
older
younger.
phrase. It's an older phrase.
Yeah, that's
But,
maybe
like-
something my mom would say.
Yeah, that was something like that was definitely an older phrase. But yeah, he was very particular. I don't know if anyone knows much about him. He was like brilliant. I mean, he was like
Who are you talking
he was
about?
a genius.
A lot of psychopaths.
Oh, you talking about the
brilliant.
Unabomber?
Yeah,
Oh
Ted
yeah.
Kaczynski. He was like
My wife is a big,
fucking
crazy people enthusiast. I had to word
thought you were
that
about to say
carefully.
big Kaczynski
She's
fan.
the one who likes to watch all the Well, she doesn't like to watch all the documentaries on Netflix because Netflix sucks. But she watches all those murder documentaries.
She listens to like the true crime podcast where they talk about people getting murdered.
She's always been fascinated by the
my
craziness
wife
in
likes
this
that
world.
My
shit.
sister loves
Yeah.
that.
The world is a crazy place. All right, so that's the SEO Vault, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. This is episode 224. Remember, click that like button, subscribe, share. Find us on all your favorite podcasting platforms. Download us, take us in your pocket. All that beautiful stuff. We love you, everybody. Thank you for watching the SEO Vault. We'll see you next time. Bye.
I'm not an eco-terrorist.
Bye.